right, good morning. I just wanted to talk about arpeggios within a major scale, and then the inversions thereof, and we'll see how far I get. Try to keep it a little short, but pretty dense is my plan. So step one is to know a major scale. I'll do G major. Normally, when we're talking about arpeggios, we need to start with triads. So step one would be in understanding that that's a G major chord, an A minor chord, a B minor chord, a C major chord, a D major chord, so on and so forth. Okay? Triad. 3 notes. Then we'll move on to seventh chords, 4 notes. If I was in G major, I would have a G major 7, followed by an A minor 7, followed by a B minor 7, a C major 7, a D dominant 7, E minor, so on and so forth. F sharp minor 7 flat 5, all that fun stuff. Okay, so picking a key, a G major, I would do this all over the neck, but stay in one position, one pattern, work out, make sure you know triads, and then make sure you know seventh chords. Okay, so I'll switch it just a little bit. I want to stay in G, but I'm just going to talk about G dominant 7. So once you have that pattern worked out in your fingers, it'll look like this. That's a G7 chord, 1 octave. If I did the second octave, this is the G, root, 3rd, 5th is the D, F is the flat 7, which I may just refer to the 7 because it's one less syllable, but it's a flat 7. Back to the root, G. Know that 2 octave pattern. I like to do permutations, or I would advise that you do permutations on your arpeggios, right? So that would go something like this. And of course, the one thing I don't have going in the background that I always do, most of the time in these videos as well, is I have a metronome. Do not practice to nothing. Have a click track in the background. It's the only way to develop that sense of rhythm, time, predict time, all that good stuff. All right, now the fun part. If I know a G7 arpeggio, starting on the root, that's a 1, 3, 5, 7. I want to go up to the 3rd of that chord and figure out that position, or that pattern, rather. So instead of starting on the G, I'm going to start on the 3rd of the chord, the B, rooted on the 6th string. So I'll have the B, the G, the F natural, in the G. Did I misspeak there? A B, a D, an F, and a G natural. 5th position, D in the bass. 7th in the bass, 3rd position. Yeah. Okay. So ascending and descending, all of those patterns. 4 inversions of a G7 arpeggio. Have fun.